Hey there, YouTube friends. Masked Bandit here. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I always do appreciate it. And surprise, 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 I told you I wasn't done with this game. Welcome to Planet Coaster. In fact, welcome to Summerdale. And if you watched the last episode of Summerdale, you know that I passed the park off to a friend of mine, Redline. And he is back with us again today. Hello, Redline.
Hello, you.
Aha, you're trying your best Jaunty impression there. Look at you being all fancy.
I don't have my own coined intro yet, so I felt like I would steal someone else's for this one.
It took me a long time to get mine, and even now I think it's a little long-winded, but whatever. So, you've had the park for, what, 2 weeks now, right?
Yeah, about 2 weeks.
And you've been sharing screens with me, and I have to tell you, people, you are in for quite a treat. I don't know if you've shown me bits of everything you've done, or if you've kept some stuff, some cards close to your vest, or if that's even the phrase we use, but I'm excited to check this out. And so there's a whole bunch of new stuff in here, isn't there?
Yeah, and you can kind of see some things.
Oh, look at there it goes. Look at that. That's new. There's a white coaster back there. Oh, there it goes again. Oh, and I can see, I see some water. Look at that. We don't even have to go in the park.
Nope. Oh, the episode done.
All
Perfect
done.
job.
Thanks for coming, guys. We'll see you next time. All right. All right, let's head into the park. Let's do this for real, though. So today's just going to be a full, complete, real-time video with Redline showing off all the stuff he's been working on. And you've kind of gotten a little you've kind of gotten into a little groove, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I mean, actually, funny enough, seeing everybody doing all of their Planet Zoo stuff has kind of gotten me like, you know what? I need to give this game a little bit of love. So I came in and I did get on a bit of a kick.
That's awesome.
Now I will say everything that has been started and nothing has been finished.
So you started a whole bunch of projects and you want me to go clean it up?
No, well, I will finish, but
oh, okay, cool. All right,
so
you want
style to like.
So what you're saying is you're not giving me the park back yet.
No, I think I may have to hold on to it for just a little bit longer.
All right, I'm cool with that. I'm good with that. So check this out. So we had the Johnny Rockets here. This was placed down. This was built for us by Uwakins, a member of Bro Nation and an awesome designer. Builds awesome restaurants. He also has the Longhorn Steakhouse, which is outside the park. But he built this specifically for me before I even started this project. And I've been looking for a great home for it. So I plopped this down right here, and I really love it. And I said, you cannot touch this. And you didn't. So hooray.
I did not.
No. But next door, look at this. We've got ourselves bumper cars. These are moved? Or were these always here?
They were moved. I think you had originally had the whip right here. And
That's
the Dodgers
right.
was actually like around the corner.
That's right.
Yeah.
Look at this.
So this particular cover was actually I stole my own personal cover from my own park, and I ripped the front of it off basically and changed it because I didn't feel like going through the tedium of putting all of the like little bits and pieces to cover everything up. So
totally don't blame you.
Yeah, there's still a little bit that I need to do with it to clean it up on a couple places, but it's more or less, it's not going to change that much aesthetically.
Sure. How'd you do the font? What's the font made out of?
Those are neon lights that are on the workshop.
Oh, is it a font? Oh, look at that. Neon O.
Yeah.
I'll have to look at this.
Unfortunately, do not remember who made them, but
okay,
I can figure it out and let you know.
Yeah, I'll look, because I did not have those, so those are probably some of the pieces that the park made me subscribe to. But I love the little railing here. Look at that. I love the color change. Is that going to continue, or is the red what you had in mind?
I couldn't decide what I liked better, so I figured maybe you could weigh in and let me know
I
what
like
you thought.
the colors. I like the multicolors because it goes really well with the Dodgem sign up here. But let's see what the people in the comments think. What are your thoughts? Do you like the multicolors, or do you like the reds? Maybe if you did the multicolors, the pillars would have to change. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have to fiddle around with that. I haven't landed on colors that I necessarily love for it, so.
But I love the design. What was your go-to as far as like design aesthetic, not just colors? What are you thinking of?
I was trying to go for that like retro. I kind of wanted to get in the same feel as the diner without copying it exactly, because there was a lot of that with the Impulse already.
Okay.
So I really wanted some neon in there and some retro look to it.
It feels very arcadey.
Yeah, it does kind of have that. And the circles with the letters are a nod to the Dodgem at Cedar Point, and they're roughly the same colors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome. And then this building here is all new and a new ride. Wow. Look at this. So what do we got here? This feels straight out of the 80s.
Yeah, this will be like a Music Express, but it is totally like also kind of an aesthetic from Cedar Point. I want to say like the gift shop at the front kind of has that feel to it.
Okay. Sure.
But yeah, one of my goals when I got this park was to give it a little bit of a timeline to it, which I felt like it was kind of lacking.
Yeah, like we have some really old and then we have really new, and we really don't have much in between.
Yeah, so this kind of gives us something in between.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited for where this is headed. Clearly, this isn't done yet. You got some more stuff to add to it, but the bones are there, and I really like where this is headed. It feels very like, makes me think of Magnum, just the kind of chunkiness, just there's that vibe about it.
Yeah, it's like concrete and
yeah, like borderline sci-fi. I like borderline sci-fi. I like it. All right. Ooh, this is new. Is this ice cream? Look at this.
Do you recognize that from my Bro Down?
I was gonna say, does it sell the Falcon? What was it? The Shadow Falcon ice cream?
The Falcon, yeah. No,
yeah.
I tempered it a little bit. Now it just sells regular ice cream.
For those of you who don't know, Redline was in our very first Summer Bro Down 2 summers ago. He was a finalist, and one of the challenges was you had to make a themed treat based on your coaster. And your coaster was the Shadow Falcon. So you made like a waffle cone sundae, and it was called the what was it called?
I think it was called a Falcon, yeah.
Falcon, yeah. It was a big sundae.
It had like 6 scoops of ice cream on top, and
right.
Mike poked a lot of fun at it, but it was cool. It was interesting.
I enjoyed it, and of course, I mean, I'm ignoring the fact that there is a giant log flume back there and a coaster. We'll get there.
To those things.
Yeah. We're going to look at the little things first. If I go around this way, am I going to see anything, or is this pretty much left the way I had it?
I don't think I touched too much of that. It felt pretty finished.
Alrighty.
So on the other side of that entrance that you passed, I did blow a hole in the wall. Keep going. All the way to the right, right there. You'll see right by the street, there's a big hole. So eventually, I'm going to make that like a truck entrance of some kind.
Oh, there you go.
Gate, just because I feel like we needed to have easy access if like a large truck needed to get in.
Cool. And this would be a pretty large open area where they could navigate.
Right. It'd be easy for them to get to other parts of the park.
Oh, look at the little look at a little planter here. They're sitting on it. How cute. I love when that happens.
I know. It really, like, it adds to the immersion of the park.
Oh, 100%. And, like, I do it, and I very rarely actually see them use it. So to actually see that, that's really great. All right, well, then rather than walk all the way around, I guess we should go look at the log flume, or do you want to go look at the other stuff on the other side by the ballroom and then come back to the 2 big attractions?
No, we can do the log flume, and then we can make our way over there, because the other large attraction is by some of the other stuff that I had done. So.
Alrighty. Well, I think I should probably get out a Digicam for this then. All right. So this is quite a bit different.
Yeah.
This was the first thing you said. Are you on a coaster, and how do you feel about a log flume? And I was hesitant. But I'm really glad you did this.
It just feels, it gives the park a completely different feel, because I'm hoping at some point that there's going to be a decent amount of foliage. Obviously, considering the other thing that we're ignoring that's wrapped around the log flume,
we're not talking about that yet.
Right. Some of the foliage that would have been there obviously would have had to have been removed, but I tried to just put some like bigger trees in there for now, just to see what it would feel like.
Sure. Okay, because this would be an older edition, I would assume. This is probably pretty old.
Yeah, I want to say probably like 80s. I'm not great on my log flume history, but
old enough for full-grown trees to be here, as opposed to like if you look at what I did. Sorry, we're flying around. Most of the growth here in the invert still isn't mature yet. It's a lot of smaller trees, and that's intentional to kind of give that kind of newer look. So the fact that the trees here are much bigger implies that this ride's been around for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
You can kind of you are witness to my building. The way that I go through building things, like none of what is on the screen right now is finished. Like it's all kind of there, but
grand idea. It's going to come back to bite you. I tell you what. After having spent 3 years, the reason it took 3 years is we were done after about 2. It was all the little details. Yeah.
But grand plans and all that.
No, but you need to, especially when you're working in a tight space like this.
Yeah.
You have to flesh it out to see if it's possible. It makes no sense to fully complete something just to be like, well, this isn't going to work.
Right.
Cool. This is quite compact.
Yeah, I was actually, like, the log flume on the game isn't great to work with.
No.
But I think I kind of made it work, and I was able to fudge things a little bit in 1 or 2 spots with the way that the advanced move tool works with coasters. In the track ride, so I could kind of bend things a little bit more than what you could in the game, and I made it work.
That's awesome. Well, let's stop ignoring that big thing. I had, and that's not even going to make it into this episode. I had several hours of building where I tried to make my own mock coaster, and nothing was working for me. In the same amount of space that you fit a log flume. And apparently a mock coaster, so forget you.
There is a noticeable removed ride that helped to fit that.
Oh yeah! Look at that. So you got rid of the spinner, the spinning mouse. You got rid of the spinning mouse coaster.
I got rid of the wild mouse coaster. And also some of the backstage area.
Yeah, that's right, because we talked about this, and I said you have free reign to move things and do whatever you can to get stuff in here. Now, my plan was always to have I even had it here. I think you've removed it since then. I had a little area here for trucks to get in, but that's since been removed, and then you've replaced it over by the other entrance, I'm assuming.
Yes, and I also have plans for some backstage space, which I am not going to share with you right now. Once I figure out whether it will work or not, then I will let you. I'll see what you think about it.
Sneaky. All right, cool. Well, look at this. This is a lot of coaster. Like, this is surprisingly big.
I had built maybe 3 iterations of a mock launch coaster. The first iteration had only 1 launch. It was like 1,700 feet long, and it was kind of like unexciting. It felt like it was just there because people wanted to be there.
Right.
And then the second one, I want to say, was maybe 2,700 feet long, and then I finally added a little bit to get it to where it is now, which is, I think, about 3,300. Which is right about where Copperhead Strike is. So I felt like that was a good place to...
That sounds great. Yeah, this is a legitimate, full-blown coaster here. And it looks like it hauls major ass.
Yeah, the second half is really... I'm pretty happy with the second half and the way that it goes through.
That's great. Oh, like it interacts with the wooden coaster. Oh. And you were saying when you were showing me pictures, what's your favorite part? This part right here, right?
Yeah, that like non-inverting top hat that kind of twists back on itself.
That is really, really cool. That is super unique. That was one of my favorite parts when I was building Tama for Uzuri Gardens. Was that first element is super unique, and I was really happy with how that turned out. So it's cool to have something a little bit different. I'm really loving this. I'm just amazed there's this much coaster slammed into here.
Like, yeah, I'm thinking back and like, well, where am I going to put a queue line? Where, so you can like the exit path I kind of like wiggled through there, and you can see where I'm going to try and plop down a plaza area.
Yeah, right here.
But yeah,
well, you could probably queue this way. I don't know if you can see my cursor. You might have to go that way by next to the launch and then hug around.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to have to go underneath of some of the coaster over there.
Probably.
But I can probably fit a decent bit in there.
Well, you've set yourself up quite a puzzle, haven't you? So there's more to see, though, right?
There are a couple more bits and bobs. If you go down...
Anything else major that you want to say about the coaster before we move on?
No, I don't think not yet. I think I'm gonna smooth it out, and maybe we can take another look at it next time. But
sure.
It's got, I'm trying to go for this like new age theme. I think I'm gonna call it Surge. So I tried to make the track look like copper wiring with a copper color in there.
Okay.
I thought that was kind of a neat idea, but I'm gonna try and bring in some newer architecture and whatnot for the station and the plaza area.
Awesome.
Just to,
Awesome.
again, add to the timeline a little bit.
Holy crap. Yeah. No, this should be definitely the newest addition to the park, so it should be cutting edge in all capacities. So, super cool. All right. Well, this ride has moved as well.
It did.
Yeah,
Yes.
You're right. We talked about this. I just put it there because it fit. And
Yeah,
by
well,
fit, I mean footprint-wise.
For a while, I think it was the smallest footprint ride that we had. So, like, if anybody had a small space that they needed to ride, they just plop that down.
Yep.
But I liked it in the ride lineup because we don't really have any other swinging rides.
Mm-hmm.
So it felt like something that needed to stay in. So I moved it here, and I had to get rid of the seating right beside the French fry place.
Oh, okay.
But I figured maybe we could do something like what Cedar Point did, which was to put some of the seating in the middle of the midway, which is not all that far away, and kind of put some gardens and things around that.
Cool.
And then I think the last thing that I added was the building right beside.
Oh, this one. Oh, this is. Whew, I love this. Wow. Look at this. So you move the whip. The whip is now over here.
Yes.
And go ahead.
It felt like it fit with the building that you had made, and just the roller coaster, and it felt like it needed to be by some of the older attractions over here. Mm-hmm. So I'm not done with this one either, but
I mean, look at the start on this one at least.
Yeah.
I love this. The arch. Like, I love a good coaster, but I really love some good architecture. This is so nice.
I think the first pics that I had shared with you of this, it was just a regular sloped roof.
Yeah.
And I thought it looked okay.
Yeah.
But then I was like, no, I think I can do better than that.
Nah, this is kicked up major notches. That's so good. Thank you so much. And I know you've got more coming, but thank you. Like, this is so cool.
Yeah, no, I'm really glad that I got to jump in and do something in here, because it gave me a major boost in my creativity.
Right.
I was really in a slump with Planet Coaster, so.
And as we were saying before we started, I was like, man, loading this park up and it taking such a long time to load because there's so much stuff in it and so many awesome community creations. And one thing Zoo doesn't have for it yet is just the flexibility and the customability of, you can do pretty much anything with this title at this point. And man, if Zoo can even come close to that, it's going to be incredible. But there's going to be a special place in my heart for Planet Coaster, and I'm going to continue to play it for a really long time. So if you're a Planet Coaster person, if that's why you're here, you don't need to worry. It will. I mean, this is so much fun.
Yeah, it's amazing to think where it came in the last couple of years. And like I think I kind of poo-pooed the TMTK stuff for a while, and then I started working in other people's parks that had it. And it was kind of an eye-opener for sure. All
right. Anything else from you that you want to say or show off before we get out of here?
No, I think that's it. I'm hoping the next time that we're together that I can give you some stuff that's finished.
Sure.
I'd imagine it'll take me a while. If you want me to polish up everything that I've started, it'll take me a while, but I'm happy to hand it back to you and let you fiddle around with things for a while.
I will give you as long as you need with this, as long as you're comfortable with that and it's what you want to do. When you get tired of it, you ship it back to me. But
I can do
until you're tired of it, it is yours to work on. All right, so if you enjoyed, hit the like button. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing some Planet Coaster on the channel. And if you are not subscribed yet, please do so. You know what to do. And with all that being said, have yourself a great day, great night, great whatever, and we'll see you for the next episode of Summerdale. So take care, everyone. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
See ya. Bye.